Hey guys, this is my second YouTube video, and today I want to share my experience regarding how to deal with an avoidant man. I guess specifically I talk about women. If you girls have ever met an avoidant type of man, I want to tell you how to deal with them. I want to advise you how to spot them and how to deal with them. Avoidant man is the man who constantly skipping and ignoring on communication with you, and he's skipping on communicating with you on a deeper level, and he's avoiding the deeper communication with you. This is the avoidant man. So how to spot the avoidant man? How to see that this guy is definitely an avoidant? You need to check how often he ignores you, and how often he ignores you in what context. For example, how often he ignores your texts, or how often he ignores your calls, and which texts it is. Because if it's a crazy text when you're just too much on a man, too much needy, like, hey, hello, where are you, blah, 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 and he's keeping on answering them, this is kind of normal situation. But if the man is skipping on your emotional needs, on your trust needs, like when you're trying to share your feelings, or you're trying to tell that you're not feeling well, that you need to understand the situation more clearly, and he ignores you, this is a very bad sign. Does he disappear after this, or he replies? And how he replies is also very important. If you share your feelings or problems with a man, if he deciding on disappearing but coming back later, it's a very bad sign, girls. This is the red flag. And actually I'm talking about relationship which already exists. I don't talk about dating or one-time scenario, one-time meeting. I'm talking about relationships which is already like 1-2 years, something like this. What he does after the disappearing is also very important. You need to check how your man, if you spot that he's an avoidant, if you spot that he has this habit of disappearing or ignoring you, also check what he does after this, how he come back, because this is also very important. If after ignoring you, ignoring your texts, ignoring your emotions, he comes back with some nice proposals of romantic dinner, romantic getaway, or he becoming super nice, super lovely, basically he loves bombs you, it's also a red flag. It's a second red flag. You need to notice that, because what basically happens, an avoidant man, when he see that the person is really needs some sort of trust and support on a deeper communicational level, the avoidant man, he becomes scared. It's based on his childhood trauma, relationship with mother, etc., a lot of things. So he gets scared because if he will open up, he will feel weak and he will not be able to rule the situation. But avoidant, they always need to rule the situation, so they cannot be vulnerable. So what they do, they disappear. They're basically like a cats, you know, like cats. If you're too much on them, if you're too much wanna cuddle them, wanna pet them, they go to another room where they hide, or they become aggressive. Avoidant men, they same, they're like cats. So if you catch that he's an avoidant, I want to give you some tips. I want to give you two different scenarios. The first scenario, if you realize that your man is most likely avoidant, you can also check videos in YouTube, read books. There is a lot of content about this. And I am and I was in a relationship with an avoidant man. Avoidant man, it doesn't mean that it's a bad person. It's just it will be very difficult to build a good relationship with this kind of man. I just want to warn you and give you two scenarios. The first scenario, if you want to keep this man, if you want to keep this man and let's say a little bit toxic, if you want to make this man obsessed with you, You need to let space. You need to give a lot of space to the person. You need to basically take a step back and give as much space as this person needs. If it means doesn't speak for weeks, yes, it means doesn't speak for weeks. You need to also reprogram your mind. You need to become not too much attached. You need to become from attached type of person to more detached. And you basically also need to become avoidant. But guys, this is super toxic. This is super toxic. And if you will do this, your man most likely will be obsessed with you. But again, this is super toxic. So you're giving him his own pill. But this is not about healthy relationship. This is not about trust. This is not a good thing. But also what you can do, if you want to keep this relationship, but this is more difficult and more risky, you can go to the open conversation about this. You can start a talk that you see that he's detaching from you, and you clearly see it and you spotted it, and you can see how your man reacts. If you can first, for example, text him about this. If he again disappears, he doesn't like that you notice that. But what I prefer is to go to the deeper conversation, face to face, in real time, with an open heart, with open communication, to try deliver your man that you see that he has this problem, but you are ready to be with him, and you are ready maybe to help him to go through this habit, and see how your man will react to this. It can be two options. First option, he will say, no, I'm not like this, it's in your mind. Then it's another red flag. It means maybe he's also a gaslighter or something. It's not good. But a man who loves you and who wants to work on himself, he will admit that he has this problem, because they usually know when they have this. He will admit that he has this problem, and he will tell you that he will try to fix it. But it doesn't mean that he will fix it straight away. It can take years, it can happen, or it can never happen. But at least this is not toxic, because you're going to the open conversation, and you show each other that you see problem, and most important, how you deal with this problem. So the toxic way is to use his pill against him, to also become avoidant and also ignore him. He will become crazy, he will be coming back, and he will be more driven about you. But this is not for a long run. This is not for marriage or something. This is just like for the game. But if you're trying to build marriage with this type of person, you need to go to the open conversation and see, open your heart to him, and to create the comfortable environment for him to open his heart. But again, this is not easy, and I personally, I do not recommend building relationship with this type of man, even though I am building relationship like this. But I understand all the risks, and I see another advantages of this person. So I'm trying my best, but it's not for everyone. And especially if you're very extroverted woman, and you're very, very, very emotional, and you need a lot of texting, a lot of calling, it's not for you. It's definitely not for you. It calls anxiously attached, something like this. If you are like this, avoidance is not for you. You will ruin your psyche. You will become crazy. But if you're also cold, let's say cold, like you don't need too much of interactions, then you can try to do something like this. But I warned you guys. So good luck with your relationships. I hope this advices will help in some way. And good night to everyone. Bye bye.